Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are completely ready to deploy here. So let's go ahead and do so. We're going to hop into the command center and wait for that to populate. And I've already looked through this because I actually started this recording, but then a report came in on my Discord about some audio issues. So I looked into that. Hopefully they have been fixed. But we were going to run this mission here. It's an escort mission in an urban environment, 3 million C-bill pay. We didn't actually get it loaded up before I killed the program, so I have no idea what was going on in that, but I wanted to get that investigated first. I don't know that it's fixed, but we'll see. So we'll just go ahead and accept this. And this should all be good. Now you can see we've already dropped the Awesome and put in the Mad Cat Mark II. So that's completely fine. We're going to do that, and we're good to go. Beautiful. No problem whatsoever here. We are completely good to go on that front. So we'll get this loaded on in here, and I might be a little bit distracted this episode. If so, I apologize. I'm keeping a bit of an eye on the mixer here. And hopefully, I'll notice if the audio cuts out. Hopefully. At any rate, we are expecting this to be about the same difficulty as the last couple of missions. It's a 9.5 skull mission. It's 3 million C-bill compensation. It's an escort as well, which could be interesting if they decide to airstrike the convoy. We'll see how that ends up going. Now, there may be a blocking force. There may be a force that spawns when the convoy does. And there may be a force that spawns when the convoy gets to the evac point. So we'll take a look at that. We of course need to escort the convoy to safety and escape. A surprise attack by Steiner resulted in the capture of our research facility here in the Kemlin system. At the last moment, when all was lost, a convoy managed to escape with an extremely valuable prototype. With the facility in enemy hands, we need this prototype to reconstruct the work of our scientists. Intercept the convoy before the enemy does, and escort our researchers to safety. Commander, this is definitely a contract where speed is of the essence. I expect that if Lyran forces locate the asset, they'll rally reinforcements from the captured research facility. Oh, I'm sure. That's completely fine. They can do that. Well, I was hoping we'd be fully loaded by now.
Reactor online.
This is further than we got last time, though, so there is that.
Online. All systems nominal.
Beautiful. Okay, so we're good to go now. We'll go ahead and begin that mission. And let's see what we've got here. So where is... Yeah, friendly units about to come under fire. They are a long ways away from our drop point. Okay. That could take a while to get to.
Like my neighborhood.
Well, we're going to... There is a blocking force. We're going to head on up over this way. I'd love to land, like, over here? Yeah. And then just head down this road. This will be probably our best bet. Now, we could drop another mech here and a mech here. And where's that last mech gonna go? Like, over this way? I don't love it. We're kind of running out of space, though. We may have to careful maneuver one or more of these. But that should be fine. Let's go ahead and go here. Enemy contact has been established. And this is what a Gausszilla looks like? I'm guessing that's a Gausszilla. Okay. Yeah, that's a Gausszilla. Some sort of a TBM. Okay. And that was fired from up here. We see a ghost. We see a maelstrom. We see a Caesar. We see a... Wow, this is a lot. We see a Misery, a Shadowhawk. We see a Warhammer 2C. Okay.
How's it going?
Now, this Gausszilla hasn't moved. So, we are going to reserve.
Holding for tactical advantage.
We have a lot of LOS advantage right now. So this is working in our favor at the moment. Okay, a little bit of splash damage there. I'm not too concerned about that.
Heavy damage. Wow, that was bad.
What else might we have?
Heavy hits, Commander. Took a hard hit there.
Reporting heavy damage.
Yeah, I'm sure you are reporting heavy damage with your 3 damage that you took. The Maelstrom moves up and doesn't really do anything of note. Okay. So we know there's 3 lances on the blocking force here. That's a little sad. Of course, we don't have any evasive. That's something to keep in mind. We're only braced. And that was what, this Orion here? Yeah, that was the Orion. Okay, so the Godzilla moves in phase 11. The unfortunate thing here is, if we allow him to move, we're gonna take a beating. If we don't, we can't really hit him. I'm pretty sure. 30%? It's not great, is it? I feel like we're better off to take the shot from the Godzilla. It's gonna hurt. No way around it. So let's see what ends up happening here. Phase 16, there's a lot of enemies here. There's 12 enemies in total. But some of them are mediums that aren't of any real consequence. Now, the Salamander only has 30% hit odds as well. We're really better off reserving. That was a unit we didn't see. We're going to continue to reserve past this Godzilla. This is going to hurt. We have no evasive. All we've got is our 20% damage reduction. And hope that we get some good rolls. That's what we've got here. Okay. So, this should be the final reservation here. And again, this is all completely new. I had no idea that these support lances were going to be here. We never got past the loading screen last time because the message in Discord came in. Now, the Bull Shark could move now. I'm going to reserve one last time. Here he comes. This could hurt. Ow. I was hoping for better rolls than that. But it's okay. Now he has moved. And now we have Side Arc on him. So we're going to move up with our Magcat Mark II. And we're going to start actually responding. Do we want to Warlord here? I think yes. Okay, so that's a structure exposure and an unsteady on that Godzilla already. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Okay, phase 10. Who moves? This Warhammer 2C. Backs off a little bit, does not fire. I like it. The Fafnir is going to close in. Now, the Fafnir could very easily finish the job here on this Godzilla. Oh yeah, very easily. We're going to Warlord. And we're going to light him up. And that's an engine destruction. Beautiful. One dead Godzilla. Lots of enemies to go. Okay. Somebody, I think, just reserved.
Yes, Commander.
Now, the Salamander is going to sprint forward as far as it can. We actually just barely sneak in a range here on this Warhammer 2C.
Acknowledged.
Are we better off firing AX rounds? Oh, wow, that's actually really good hit odds. Yes, we're better off firing AX here. Light him up.
Target confirmed.
It's a structure exposure and a double heat sink destruction.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Beautiful. Okay, so next up is our Annihilator. The Annihilator can make it up to here, or we could sprint up to here and fire on that Warhammer 2C. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to sprint on up, and we're going to hit this Warhammer 2C as hard as we can. Do we want to fire with slug or cluster rounds? I think cluster here. And that's a dead Warhammer. Beautiful. 2 mechs down. So next up is our Boar's Head. We need to look for artillery targets. So, these guys over here are a great artillery target. There are 4, almost 5 in artillery range here. So we're going to go for this Caesar, and we'll see what we get. Are we going to Warlord? I think so. Let's go ahead and do so. That's a building. We're not going to fire at the building. I misclicked. The Caesar. There we go. Oh, I forgot to switch to high explosive. That's my own fault. Absolutely my own fault. Okay, well, that's fine for now. This is also apparently a neutral? I don't think that's true.
Good to go.
The Mauler's going to move up.
Affirmative.
And we're going to fire on this Orion. Hit odds are not great. We'll Warlord that. If we manage to hit, we'll do some good damage. But we're not super...
Roger that.
Actually, that is one hit there.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, well, that's something. Phase 7, they must have... Oh, man, look at that poor longbow. Okay, the longbow's going to move up here. I think we're going to continue hitting this Orion unless our hit odds are just tremendously better elsewhere. Which they probably aren't, in all honesty. 20%, 9%. Gray Death Strike Suit, huh? Okay, well, that explains a lot. So yeah, we're better off going for this Orion. Good armor damage there.
Awaiting orders.
Our Bull Shark is going to step forward,
Moving to position.
and we're going to continue to drop artillery right on this Caesar.
Confirm.
Nice hit. I like it. So yeah, they've definitely got a mech rider in there. Is it that Grey Death Strike Suit? If so, it's not actually attached to anything.
No retreat.
Strange. At any rate, they have 3 movers in Phase 18. One of them is this Orion. So let's see what they do. The Maelstrom moves back a little bit, shoots at our Annihilator, direct fire. It actually hits the Salamander. I would have preferred that they hit the Annihilator there, but okay, it's fine. One thing's for sure, this is going to be a multi-episode series here, or rather, mission. This catapult jumps, shoots at our Annihilator. Laser AMS attempting to do some work there.
Damage is light.
We got a few.
Damage is light.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to clear all of these guys, and then probably... We may or may not be done clearing these by the end of this episode, and then we're definitely going to have to put in a cut for the actual escort. This blocking force is very large. So that's for sure. The Gauss Rifle Blackwell was jammed there. That's cool. Who do they move in Phase 17? Well, we know that they have 10 units left, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know of 8 of them. There's 2 that we don't know. This Ghost moves up, shoots at our Annihilator. Cool. For now, this is fine. Now we get to move, and this is our Salamander. The Salamander is going to move forward maximally here. The only unit it can target is this Ghost.
Position confirmed.
I just heard a sensor ping there. Yes, there is back here an Ebon Jaguar. Okay. So, we can go for this Ghost. On these hit odds, we are, and against a medium mech, we're almost certainly better off firing improved.
Target acquired.
So let's see how that goes. Got some armor damage in there.
Yes, Commander.
The Madcap Mark II is going to head forward as well.
Heading out.
And from here, we could fire on the Orion or on the Ghost. Hit odds are actually slightly better on the Ghost, which is slightly surprising to me, but we'll take that. Okay, we didn't quite make that Ghost unsteady. Phase 15. Let's see what they do. They could move these units over here, and they should. They shouldn't have them clustered up like this. I definitely made a mistake with the high explosive, that's for sure. The Shadowhawk moves out over this direction, shoots at our Salamander. Okay, so we got tagged there.
Light damage, Commander.
For now, that's fine. The Fafnir is going to want to sprint forward here. there's not really any targets for it, so we're just going to sprint forward, drop our heat, and let our recoil fall off, and let our UAC get unjammed. Cool. Phase 15, this is their Misery Stalker. That actually stacks over here, so this is now the artillery target.
Commander?
Our Mauler is going to position up over this way.
Got it.
Now, we could fire on the Maelstrom, we could fire on the Catapult, or the Ghost. So really, the option here is the Maelstrom. That's the only real choice. Okay, we got a hit in there. Nice. I was only ever expecting one hit. Warhammer 2C closes in. Doesn't fire.
Standing by.
I like it. Now, the longbow is hanging back, obviously.
Roger.
And I think the longbow is going to go for the Ghost here, unless hit odds are tremendously better elsewhere. And they really kind of aren't. So we're going to go for this Ghost. This will make him unsteady.
Confirmed. Firing.
Nice structure exposure as well.
Take that.
Cool. So he's no longer evasive. And then our Annihilator is going to step forward.
On the move.
And we're going to look to do some annihilation on this Ghost. It's the only real target here.
We'll go.
We got an engine crit there.
Reporting critical hits.
Sadly, we didn't get the kill. So this is the unit we don't know about. It's phase 14 right now. Wait, no, that was the Grey Death suit. Okay.
Aye, aye.
Interesting. Well, the Bull Shark is going to step forward,
Copy
and
that.
of course, our artillery target right now is this Stalker. Fire. A reasonable hit there. So that building comes down due to artillery fire. And let's see what the Caesar does here. It moves up and stacks in here. Then fires a Gauss at our Salamander, as well as a large pulse laser. Okay. Not too bad.
I'm taking heavy heat, Commander.
So next up is, of course, our Boar's Head, which will step forward. And our Boar's Head is swapping over to high explosive before I forget. And we're still targeting that Misery. Absolutely.
Copy.
Okay. More good artillery damage there. Now, they are near this coolant exchanger. That's very close to dying just to splash damage. We'll see what happens next round with that. Okay. So next up is going to be our Salamander. The Salamander is just going to walk forward here.
Coordinates received.
And now we're going to brace, or rather we're going to vigilance, because we're pretty exposed here. And we can fire on the Ghost, we could fire on the Stalker, we could fire on the Caesar. I think we're going to go for the kill on the Ghost. These units over here are fantastic artillery positions. So we're going to go for the Ghost here. I don't think we need to fire AX rounds, so let's just kill this guy.
Weak target.
One very dead Ghost.
Let's hit him hard.
Okay, so we've almost evened the odds here. Next up is our Fafnir. The Fafnir is going to walk up over here,
Got it.
and we can fire on this Shadowhawk. The only thing we can shoot is the MRM due to range, but that's okay.
Locked on target.
We'll get a little bit of armor taken off of that Shadowhawk.
Waiting for orders.
Now the Mauler is going to move up here. Do we go for the Exchanger with the Mauler? Honestly, I think we do.
Firing on target. Target destroyed.
They were just outside the radius. I thought these two were in it. That's unfortunate. Oh well.
Waiting.
The Madcat Mark II is going to move on up. And we are going to shoot at probably the Stalker here. Yes, we're definitely going to shoot at the Stalker. Next round is when we get our Warlords back. But that Stalker just took quite a lot of damage and gets knocked down. Beautiful.
Awaiting
So our
orders.
Annihilator is going to step up.
Moving out.
And at this point, I feel like the Annihilator should go for one of these other units. But really, the hit odds are so much better on the Stalker. We pretty much have to go for this.
Affirmative.
Okay. Gauss Rifle Explosion and a Torso Destruction there. That Stalker is a lot less dangerous now.
Orders.
The Longbow's going to move up. The Longbow is not targeting this area. The Longbow is going to be hitting perhaps over here. That's not great. I don't think we can target this guy. Yeah, those hit odds aren't tremendous, but I think we're not going to target this area. We're going to target probably this Orion right now. Now, our heat is up there. We're going to not fire the enhanced LRM-15s.
I copy.
Okay, good damage to that Orion. I like it.
Standing by.
The Bull Shark moves on up.
Affirmative.
We obviously drop an artillery right into this Stalker. There's no way around it.
Taking the shot.
Okay, so that's a gyro crit on the Stalker, and also a lot of damage to all of these units. Beautiful. Next up would be our Boar's Head, who is also going to drop artillery directly into this Stalker. I do expect that this kills the Stalker,
Locking in
and we are going to overheat a bit. Yeah, there's the Stalker. Actually, the Stalker core meltdown. Wow, okay.
Mech destroyed.
So all of these guys are in the core meltdown. That's a pretty huge deal. Okay, so the catapult jumps and hops into the coolant. Fires on the salamander. Honestly, it doesn't get that much done. That's completely and totally fine. No problem whatsoever there. So what's next? The Orion backs off a little bit. Fires at the salamander. Hits its Gauss, but does not hit its PPC. Well, this is the reason we vigilance to the salamander. Okay. Phase 16, the Maelstrom and the Shadowhawk will move. That Shadowhawk is exceptionally close to being knocked down. It jumps into the coolant. Fires at the salamander, only hits the tag. Okay. And that means that it doesn't get rid of any of its instability. An interesting choice. The Maelstrom moves over, fires at the Annihilator. We're very okay with this.
Took a hard hit there.
Oh, you're fine. So all of these units are here for now, other than the Caesar. The Caesar hasn't moved yet. We'll see what it does. So phase 15 here. This is the unit we don't know about. Wait, the Warhammer? I guess it's the Warhammer. It just dropped off with sensors. The Caesar is remaining largely where it was previously. Now, they got a structure exposure on the Salamander there. I'm a little sad about that. They did miss their Gauss. Okay, so this is still an okay target here. Now, the plan for the Salamander is for it to run forward and engage this guy over here. That's a Templar 3. That is completely fresh with a fresh battle armor on it. Okay, good to know. A phase 4 mover, that's the battle armor. Okay. So they're all clustered over here right now. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. So our Salamander is going to sprint forward over here. We're going to head up over this way. We'd like to protect our right-hand side, but our left arm also doesn't have that much armor. We're going to turn like so, but I doubt that that will hugely help us. Now, we're going to Warlord, and we're going to fire on this Orion. It's a long ways away, but it doesn't have much CT armor left. Let's see what happens. We didn't break through its armor. Okay. Now, the Orion moves instantly. The danger point here is that the Salamander loses its arm. But what's actually in that arm? Yeah, these guys are going to be targeted with that AoE splash damage. There's not a lot there.
Losing armor.
Not much
What's
armor
actually
left.
in the Salamander's arm?
That was
There's a
heavy
clan
hit,
double
Commander.
heatsink. Not a huge
Taking
deal.
heavy hits, Commander.
So the Orion moves up, fires on the Salamander, misses, stray shots the Annihilator. Okay, cool.
Light damage. Holding firm.
For now, that's fine. So phase 25. That Ebon Jaguar heading in over this way. Cool. The Maelstrom moves up. Fires on our Annihilator. Actually doesn't do very much there.
Minimal damage.
Sounds good. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish plowing through these guys and start the actual mission. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.